to our next segment, one of our favorites on this show.
I'm all about women empowerment. I mean, it's one of the things that I talked about with when bringing this topic into this group. I really respect women and their roles, and I think a woman's place can be in the NFL. And
Uh-oh.
All right. So today's woman in the NFL, we are talking about Milan Burgess. Kate will be back. She's just having technical difficulties. She's on her phone. But let's go on with the show. So again, today we are talking about Milan Burgess, who is the football operations coordinator at the Minnesota Vikings. She actually is from Minnesota. She's from Minneapolis. She went to high school in a suburb outside of Minneapolis called Breck. And so who she is. She actually went to Loyola University in Chicago for about a year. She studied sports management and was a triple jumper on their Division I track and field team. In 2017, she transferred to Kate's favorite school, which is too bad she can't see this right now, but she'll see it later. She can't see it live, but she transferred to Michigan. So she didn't finish out her bachelor's degree at Loyola. She transferred to the Loyola University to Michigan. So I'm glad you made it for that because our woman in the NFL transfers from Loyola to University of Michigan. So at the University of Michigan, Milan continued her sports management major. She also added a minor in business from the Stephen M. Ross School of Business and joined the university's varsity co-ed cheerleading team, as well as continued doing track and field at the University of Michigan. Wow. While there, she did a whole bunch of athletics and other extracurricular activities. Throughout that time there, she cheered year-round at varsity sporting events, included but not limited to, because she was a cheerleader, the football team, men's and women's basketball teams, the women's volleyball team, and even wrestling. In April of each year, the cheerleading team competed at the National Cheerleaders Association, the Nationals competition in Daytona, Florida. If people have if you've seen Bring It On, you know what this is.
I love that movie.
Me too. So where she competed and the rest of her cheer team against schools across the country for a national title. In her 3 years on the team, they won back-to-back national championships in two different divisions in 2019 and 2021. So she is a national cheerleaders champ with Kate's favorite school, University of Michigan. So even the cheerleaders win championships, Kate. Outside of athletics, she also served as secretary and treasurer on the executive board of the student-led organization Wolverines Against Racism. She graduated with honors from the University of Michigan in 2021 and is now settling in her new role in the Minnesota Vikings as their football operations coordinator. Isn't that great that she's from Minnesota and she is working for the Vikings? She's saying that her past experiences working and participating in sports have led her to reaching this moment in her career where she's working for the Vikings as their football operations coordinator. She wanted to make sure she stayed in the industry because she loved it. It taught her the skills she needed to excel, whether it was competitive gymnast, because she also did that. She was a collegiate triple jumper. And as we know, collegiate cheerleader. Each of those experiences gave her grit, gave her determination, and a willingness to learn and continue to grow in her career. And again, she has that bachelor's degree in sports management and a minor in business. So she got the education to back up her experience being in sports and around sports. She had the privilege of interning with the University of Michigan's football team in football recruiting in 2017. She also worked with the Learfield IMG College, which was renamed the Michigan Sports Properties, in sponsorship linked marketing in 2019. And lastly, with the Minnesota Vikings. So she started there as an intern, and look, she got a permanent position with them. So I think it's great. So again, I hope she continues to do great things. She attends the Women in Football Careers Forum. She was one of 40 women who were selected to attend the 6th annual NFL Women's in Football Careers and Forum last year. So again, I mentioned that that program last year. As we can see, it is elevating women. It is giving them a chance to continue their career in football in the NFL, or if they want to grow in their college careers, that's great. So again, she's working with the Vikings in their football operations coordinator. And so congratulations, Milan Burgess. I hope I see you continue to grow. I hope I see greater things, either grow more within the Vikings, or who knows, move on to other teams or even in the NFL, be an executive there. Because it'd be great to see more women executives in the actual NFL organization. So what do we think, ladies? Kate, I'll shoot it to you. What do you think about Milan Burgess?
I just love that she bleeds maize and blue. I'm still sure to this day. But other than that, and I just love that these women are being daring enough to seek roles in the NFL and they want to be a part of these organizations. And I just love that she was so entwined in athletics in college, because I think that's where these girls get their passions. And I think growing up, it's not shameful, in my opinion, if you're the girl watching sports with your daddy, your uncle, and you're learning and you're like going, I can do this someday. I can be that girl, or I can be that man as a woman. And I just give her all the credit in the world for sticking with what her passion was and what her dreams were and her goals, and that she's back with Minnesota, where she's from, and her roots. And I hope to hear and see great things about her. When we cover these women, I tend to go back and check on them and see how they're doing, and especially like the two women I covered for my team last year, Tampa Bay, Lori Locust, and oh gosh, I can see her last name but not her first name, Java Dafar. And I always am seeing where they're progressing in the NFL, and it's pretty amazing to see how some of them have moved up. Like Java Dafar has moved up in the Buccaneers organization since we covered her. So it's really cool to see where these girls are going. And as we say at U of M, I'm sure she's doing this with an enthusiasm known to mankind. Go Blue.
I was laughing because when I was doing research on her, I was like, I didn't even know where she majored in, where she went to school. I was like, oh, of course I picked the maize and blue. And you're right. She does still cheer for them. I mean, she was a cheerleader. Hello. And won championships. So of course she still cheers. Nicole, what do you think about Milan?
I mean, I think she's an awesome, starting out as in going into the coordinator at Minnesota Vikings, and then it being like the same, it's so hard to sometimes to uproot and move to like as a woman and being like, hey, well, we're going to have to make some compromises and maybe move somewhere if I do want to get in that position or something, and we're making sacrifices here and there. But it's great to see that she paved a path forward for herself and staying strong and saying, you know what, I'm going to keep being in my hometown. And I don't know, I like how that shines within almost for her. And then I guess I was trying to see for her Wikipedia. I see her LinkedIn, and it's long with the list of academic, achievements that this woman has, is absolutely amazing. So I look forward to actually now looking at the Vikings and looking to try and see if I could spot her on the field or on the sidelines.
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah. But yeah, so kudos. So that was our woman in the NFL. Auntie Handy, I see you. Thank you for being in the audience. Again, sometimes when I see Katie, someone said for you to take care of yourself. I'm assuming probably Kat. I don't know. It's a Facebook user.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.